Tonight, Atlanta is on fire and fans are left reeling as the impossible just happened. In a scene nobody saw coming, young Jock's long-awaited apology to Kendra backfired in front of the whole world, turning a moment of hope into a night of heartbreak. Just when it seemed like the couple might finally put their pain behind them, everything exploded, leaving Kendra in tears and fans everywhere asking, can any apology really heal this much betrayal? Social media can't keep up. The hashtags are trending. Friends are picking sides. Even the cast of Love and Hip Hop is at a loss, caught in the storm as old wounds rip wide open. Some say Jock's words came too late. Others claim he wasn't even sorry at all. And Kendra, she's never looked more vulnerably, more powerful than in the moment she walked away, refusing to accept anything less than the truth. Rumors are swirling, secrets are leaking, and emotions are running higher than ever. If you thought this season couldn't get any messier, think again. 'Cause tonight, everything changed, and the fallout might destroy more than just a relationship. So, what really went down behind the scenes? Who's to blame? And is there any way back from this breaking point? Buckle up, because this story is just getting started. You won't believe the twists still to come. The day began with a heavy silence in Atlanta, the kind that seeps through the curtains and hangs over the kitchen table like an unspoken secret. Young Jock woke up early, the weight of regret pressing on his chest as he rehearsed his apology over and over in his mind. Every line he practiced sounded hollow. Every excuse seemed weak. But he knew today had to be different. Kendra was done. With empty words. This time, it was all or nothing. Downstairs, Kendra stood by the window, her arms folded tight across her chest as she watched the sunrise streak the city in gold and orange. She barely slept, her thoughts racing with memories of fights, betrayals, and broken promises. In her phone, unread messages stacked up, friends asking if she was okay, producers checking if she was ready to film, fans offering advice she didn't ask for. Her heart ached with the uncertainty of it all. She wondered if anything could ever feel right again. Meanwhile, the Love and Hip Hop production team was in full panic mode. Last night's teaser Jock's promise to set the record straight, and when Kendra back had sent social media into meltdown. Fans were hungry for drama. Every blog and gossip page buzzed with theories about what would go down. Would Jock finally admit everything? Would Kendra forgive him? Or would this be the final straw that tore them apart forever? As cameras rolled outside the couple's home, Jock paced in the driveway, wiping his hands on his jeans. His best friend, Scrappy, pulled up, blasting music and trying to lighten the mood. "You ready for this, bro?" Scrappy asked, half joking but all nerves. Jock shrugged, forcing a laugh. "Man, I got no choice. I'm tired of being the bad guy. I just want my family back." Scrappy patted his shoulder, but his eyes said it all this was a long shot inside. Kendra's best friend Tiara arrived, her energy fierce as ever. "Girl, you sure you want to do this on camera?" she whispered, glancing at the flashing red lights across the room. Kendra sighed, tears threatening to spill, but her voice steady. "I have to. Can't keep pretending. If he really wants to fix this, he can say it in front of everyone." The tension was thick when Jock finally stepped into the living room, cameras close enough to catch every flicker of emotion. He took a deep breath, looked Kendra in the eyes, and started to speak. "I know I let you down. I know I hurt you. I've been selfish, and I see that now. I'm sorry, really, truly sorry." His voice cracked, and for a second it seemed like maybe this time would be different. But Kendra didn't soften. She shook her head, her voice barely above a whisper. "You say sorry every time, and then it happens again. If you don't understand how much you broke me." The camera zoomed in on her trembling hands, the pain raw and real. Jock tried to reach for her, but she pulled away. Across Atlanta, fans watched live updates on their phones, sending messages of support or hate, each one adding fuel to the fire. Twitter erupted with hashtag Team Kendra and hashtag JOC apologizes, each side convinced they knew the real story. Even the cast weighed in. Rashida posted a cryptic quote about trust, while Bambi tweeted, "Some mistakes you just can't fix." The city buzzed with gossip, but inside that room, the world narrowed down to just two broken hearts. The producers whispered directions, trying to keep the drama on track but not miss a single tear. Tiara glared at Jock, her loyalty clear. Kendra deserves better. She's been through enough. Jock nodded, swallowing hard. I know. I'm trying. I swear. The apology went on, every sentence heavy with history, every promise shadowed. By doubt. Then, just as it seemed like things might calm down, a new twist. A phone buzzed and Kendra's face changed as she glanced at the screen. It was a DM, anonymous, of course claiming to have proof of Jock's latest lie. She showed him the message, her anger boiling over. How am I supposed to trust you when this keeps happening? She demanded, voice shaking. Jock stared at the phone, mouth open, not knowing whether to defend himself or fall silent. I don't even know who that is, he insisted. But the damage was done. The argument spiraled. Old wounds ripped open as both started raising their voices. You keep lying, Kendra accused, and I keep believing you. But I'm tired. Jock, I'm tired of hurting. He tried to explain, to backpedal, to promise that this time was different, but nothing landed. The room was heavy with disappointment. Meanwhile, outside, Scrappy called the other guys. Yo, it's not looking good in there. She's really hurt. The guys debated whether to step in or stay out of it, but no one had the right answer. Everyone wanted a happy ending, but no one could see a way there. The scene stretched on, raw and exhausting, as Kendra's tears finally started to fall. I just wanted you to love me enough to stop hurting me, she said, voice broken. Jock reached for her, desperate, but she turned away. The cameras caught every second, every tear, every pause, every whispered confession. The world watched. Some rooting for reconciliation, others for Kendra to finally walk away for good. Just as emotions hit a breaking point. The front door opened and Kendra's mother arrived, surprised to find the room full of tension and cameras. She hugged her daughter, glared at Jock, and demanded, "What are you doing to my child?" The family drama escalated with old grievances aired and new wounds opened. Kendra sobbed in her mother's arms, while Jock sat slumped on the couch. Defeated and lost. By the end of the afternoon, it was clear nothing had been resolved. Kendra wiped her eyes, stood up, and looked Jock in the face. I need time. I can't keep doing this. Her voice was steady now, all her pain distilled into resolve. She walked out of the room, her mother and Tiara close behind, leaving Jock alone with his regrets. Outside, the city kept buzzing, unaware of the heartbreak unfolding behind closed doors. But for those inside, it was the end of something and, maybe, just maybe, the beginning of something new. As the cameras faded out and the credits rolled, fans everywhere knew one thing. This story was far from over. The house was eerily quiet after Kendra walked out. Jock sat alone on the sofa, staring at the spot where she'd been just moments before. His apology echoed in his head, but now it felt pointless, a sad chorus he'd repeated too many times. In the kitchen, the production crew whispered, debating if they should keep filming. Even Scrappy, usually full of jokes and bravado, was silent as he stepped inside and took in the scene. Man, you good? He finally asked. Jock could only shake his head. Kendra, meanwhile, was outside in the driveway, trying to catch her breath. Tiara hugged her, murmuring words of support. Her mother stood nearby, arms crossed, every line on her face etched with anger and disappointment. He can't keep doing this to you, she said, her voice trembling. How many times you gonna let him break your heart? Kendra wiped her eyes and tried to find her strength. I don't know, Mama. I just wanted it to work this time. Crosstown. The group chat was blowing up. Some cast members checked in on Kendra, others gossiped about what went down. Bambi wrote, I hope she leaves for good, while Spice wondered, what if he really is sorry this time? Fans online were in meltdown mode, live tweeting every rumor, every sighting, every new scrap of information. The hashtags #Team Kendra and #JOC fail trended all afternoon. People picked apart the apology, replayed clips, debated if Kendra was right to walk away or if Jock deserved another chance. JOC eventually pulled himself together and called his mom. Her voice was full of love and worry. "You need to make this, right, son? Not just for the cameras, but for yourself." He promised he would try, but even he sounded unsure. His next call was to his manager. "I need to cancel everything today," he said. I can't do it." His team agreed, sensing the gravity of the moment. This wasn't just another reality TV meltdown. This was a turning point. Back at her mother's house, Kendra curled up on the couch, phone in hand. She scrolled through hundreds of messages from fans, friends, and strangers, each with an opinion. Some told her to stay strong. Others warned her about forgiving too easily. She replied to a few close friends but ignored the rest, her heart too heavy to carry everyone else's expectations. As dusk settled, the producers convinced Kendra to film a confessional interview. The lights were harsh, the questions direct. "Do you think you and Jock can ever fix this?" Kendra thought about it, searching for the truth. "I want to believe in him, but I'm tired. I don't know if love is enough anymore." Tears spilled again, but this time she let them fall. The vulnerability was real, and everyone in the room could feel it. JOC too was asked to speak on camera. He sat in his studio, hands folded, voice low and hoarse. "I messed up. I know I did. I want to fix it, but I don't know how. I just want her to know I love her." For the first time, the bravado was gone, replaced by a broken honesty that fans hadn't seen before. Word of the breakup spread quickly. Castmates weighed in on social media, some picking sides, others just stirring the pot. Rashida posted a story about self-respect, while Carly Red tweeted, "Sometimes you've got to walk away to find peace." The internet went wild, speculating about what would happen next. The next day brought more chaos. A blogger leaked a video from the night before, Jock pacing outside talking to Scrappy, his voice tense. "I don't know what else to say to her, man. What if I've really lost her at this time?" The clip went viral, adding fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Kendra started getting calls from producers for other shows, hoping to book her as a guest for exclusive interviews. Friends from law school sent messages of support. Even her pastor called, inviting her to come talk if she needed someone to listen. Everywhere she turned, people wanted to know her side of the story. By afternoon, the story took a new twist. An anonymous account posted supposed screenshots of Jock texting another woman's messages that seemed recent and full of flirting. Kendra saw them and felt her world collapse all over again. She confronted Jock by phone. "Are you serious? Hector? Everything. You still lying to me?" He protested his innocence, swearing the screenshots were fake. But Kendra had heard it all before. She hung up on him, sobbing. JOC was desperate. He called Scrappy, asking for help. "I need to prove to her those texts ain't real. Can't lose her, man." Scrappy advised him to lay low, let things calm down, but Jock couldn't sit still. He decided to go to Kendra's mom's house to try again, to plead his case in person. The cameras followed him, capturing every raw moment. The confrontation was tense. Kendra opened the door, arms folded, her mother glaring from the hallway. "What do you want?" she asked, her voice cold. Jock pleaded, "Just 5 minutes. Let me explain. I swear I ain't do nothing wrong this time." Kendra shook her head. "I don't believe you. I can't trust you." Her mother stepped in. "Maybe you should leave Jock. She needs space." He looked from Kendra to her mother, realizing for the first time that he might truly lose her. The scene ended with Jock walking back to his car. Shoulders slumped, tears threatening to fall. Kendra watched from the window, her heart breaking, but she stood her ground. The city of Atlanta buzzed with opinions. Fans picked apart every frame, debated every word, and waited to see if the couple would reconcile or if this was the end for good. On social media, some begged Kendra to give him one more chance, while others cheered her for finally standing up for herself. As night fell, both sat alone, Kendra with her mother and best friend, Jock with Scrappy in the studio, each wondering if love could really survive this much pain. Atlanta woke up restless. The city's radio shows and morning TV hosts buzzed with hot takes on the breakup. Everyone seemed to have an opinion about young Jock and Kendra's latest fallout. Was this the final straw, or just another stop on their wild ride? For the first time in months, Kendra didn't reach for her phone. She just lay in bed, letting the light filter through the curtains, trying to breathe without feeling crushed. Meanwhile, Jock hadn't slept. He watched the sunrise from his studio window, the beat of a half-finished song looping in the background. Every hour he replayed last night's argument with Kendra. Every word, every look, hoping to find the moment he could have saved things. Scrappy tried to keep him focused, telling him to pour his pain into the music. But Jock's mind kept drifting to Kendra, her face when she closed the door. The way her shoulders shook as she cried. The production team was relentless, knowing this drama was ratings gold. A camera followed Kendra to work, capturing her trying to act normal in front of colleagues. One coworker pulled her aside in the hallway, voice gentle. "You deserve better, Kendra. Don't let anyone tell you what's right for your life." The support warmed her for a moment, but the whispers in the break room stung. Everyone had seen the videos. Everyone had an opinion. It was like her private pain had been put on display for the whole world. Later that day, Rashida dropped by with a piece offering homemade food and advice. "Girl, don't let nobody rush your healing," she said, squeezing Kendra's hand. "You got the right to feel everything you feel. But don't lose yourself trying to fix a man who don't want to fix himself." Kendra managed a sad smile, grateful for the comfort. Joc, desperate for direction, called his mother again. "She's really gone, Mama. I messed up." His mother's voice was weary but loving. "The only thing you can do now is change for you. Don't chase after her if you're not ready to be different. Women know when you're just talking. Be the man she needed the first time." The word stung, but Jock knew she was right. He went back into the studio and started a new track, pouring out the mess in his heart. No filters, no bravado. As the afternoon wore on, rumors kept swirling. More screenshots popped up online, some obviously fake, others more convincing. Kendra's friends tried to distract her, taking her out for dinner, but everywhere they went, people stared and whispered. The pressure was suffocating. Bambi joined them, trying to lighten the mood. "Girl, let's just toast to new beginnings, no matter what they look like." They clinked glasses, but Kendra's eyes drifted to her phone. Half expecting another shock. Back at Jock's place, Scrappy brought news. "There's a rumor Kendra's thinking about leaving the city just to get away from all this." Jock's stomach dropped. The idea of her really gone from his life, from Atlanta, hit him like a punch. "What am I supposed to do?" he asked. Scrappy shrugged. "Sometimes you gotta let people go, see if they come back." Jock didn't want to accept it, but he knew he had no choice then. Late that night, a bombshell dropped. A popular gossip blog posted a video of Jock at a club weeks ago, surrounded by women, looking way too comfortable for a man in a committed relationship. The comments exploded. Fans demanded answers, haters cheered, and neutral viewers just grabbed popcorn. The story went national, with everyone speculating on what really happened that night. Kendra saw the clip and felt sick. Was it real? Was it just clever editing? She texted Jock one last time. "Be honest, did you cheat?" His reply came minutes later. "I swear I didn't, Kendra. I was there for a friend's party. I didn't do nothing wrong. I'll take a lie detector if you want." But after everything, the trust just wasn't there. The cast gathered the next day for a group scene. The tension was thick as fog. Even the producers seemed nervous, whispering instructions into earpieces. Jock tried to talk to Kendra, but she kept her distance, barely making eye contact. Bambi! Rashida and Spice circled her protectively, ready to shut Jock down if he pushed too hard. Finally, the producer sat everyone in a circle for a healing session. Emotions ran high as each person shared their thoughts. Bambi was blunt. Jock, I love you, but you keep messing up. Kendra deserves better. Spice added, sometimes love ain't enough when trust is gone. Jock looked at Kendra, tears threatening. I want to be a better man, for real this time, but I need a chance. Kendra wiped her eyes, her voice barely above a whisper. Don't know if I have any more chances left to give. The group fell silent, feeling the weight of her words. As the sun set, the session ended in tears and hugs. Some cast members sided with Jock, others told Kendra to move on. The future was uncertain, but the drama had everyone hooked. Fans watched every new development, waiting for a miracle or a meltdown, and just when it seemed like nothing more could happen, a mysterious DM landed in Kendra's inbox, a cryptic warning. The truth always comes out. She stared at her phone, wondering what secrets still hadn't seen the light of day. The days after the healing session moved in slow motion. Kendra barely slept, replaying every word, every moment from the group circle. Part of her wanted to forgive Jock, to trust that this time would be different, but something in her heart stayed closed. The pain had gone too deep, the scars too fresh. She started spending more time with her family, leaning on her mother for support. Sometimes love isn't enough, her mother said gently one evening, braiding Kendra's hair while they watched. The news on mute. It's about respect too, and peace. Jock tried everything: flowers, apologies, private messages, even calling in old friends to vouch for his loyalty. But Kendra kept her distance, politely shutting him down at every turn. She unfollowed him on social media, deleted old photos, and stopped taking his calls. Fans noticed immediately, fueling even more rumors. Was this really the end? Meanwhile, the cast braced for more drama. Bambi checked in on Kendra daily, encouraging her to stay strong. Let Jock chase you for once. Let him see what it's like to be left unread. Rashida offered advice from experience. Don't rush. Forgiveness is a process, not a decision. The sisterhood was tight, but everyone knew the next episode would decide everything. The production team, hungry for a resolution, organized a final sit-down. No audience, just Jock and Kendra in a private room. Cameras rolling, no escape. The tension was electric as they faced each other for what felt like the 100th time. Kendra's eyes were red but determined. Jock looked exhausted, desperate for one last shot. He started. I know I messed up. I know I hurt you. But I'm begging you, please, Kendra. Give me a chance to fix this. I love you. I'm not that man anymore. The words were raw, real. For a moment, Kendra softened, but then she remembered every broken promise, every sleepless night. How do I know this isn't just another apology you forget tomorrow? I can't keep living in this cycle. I deserve more. We both do. Jock wiped away a tear, struggling to hold it together. I'm willing to do anything. Therapy, church, whatever it takes. Just don't give up on us. But Kendra shook her head, voice trembling. I want to believe you. I really do, but I need time. And maybe I need to find out who I am without you for a while. The moment hung in the air, heavy and heartbreaking. Even the producers seemed moved, their usual cold professionalism melting into empathy. Then, a shocker while they talked. Kendra's phone lit up with a new DM. She glanced down and gasped. It was a video anonymous sender showing Jock at the club on the night in question. The video didn't just show him surrounded by women, showed him giving his number to someone, a detail he'd never mentioned. Her face crumpled. You? Lead again, she whispered, even now. Jock reached for her, panic in his voice. Kendra, I swear it wasn't like that. I was just trying to help a friend, but Kendra stood up, tears streaming down her face. That's it. I'm done. Can't do this anymore. She walked out, leaving Jock alone, shattered as the cameras caught every raw second. Social media went into meltdown. Fans picked apart the video, debated whether Jock was guilty, and flooded Kendra with messages of support. Even some of Jock's closest friends turned on him, posting that it was time for him to grow up or lose everything. Producers quickly cut a promo for the next episode, promising the most emotional walkout in love and hip-hop history. The next day, Jock tried to reach Kendra again, but she'd blocked his number. The cast filmed confessionals sharing their thoughts. Rashida's was especially poignant. Love is messy. Forgiveness is hard. Sometimes the bravest thing is letting go. Jock's mother called, voice gentle. You need to take responsibility, son. This is your chance to grow. Don't waste it. He listened in silence, the reality sinking in. Kendra took time for herself, focusing on work, family, and healing. Fans flooded her social media with words of encouragement, telling her she was an inspiration for not settling for less than she deserved. Meanwhile, the city watched and waited. Would Kendra really walk away forever? Would Jock finally change? Or would history repeat itself? The story was bigger than just a relationship, was about self-worth, growth, and the pain of starting over. As the episode ended, the screen faded to black on a teary Kendra, standing alone under the Atlanta streetlights, wiping her face and looking toward a future that felt terrifying but free. And just like that, new chapter began, full of hope, heartbreak, and the promise that even after the most painful endings, something new can always begin. As the dust settles, Atlanta is left reeling from the aftermath of young Jock and Kendra's most explosive breakup yet. Fans are divided, some heartbroken for Kendra, others holding out hope that Jock will finally change. The city's hottest couple has gone their separate ways, but questions linger in the air like smoke after a fire. Can trust ever be rebuilt after so much pain? Or is this truly the end for a love story that's captivated millions? Across social media, emotions are running wild. People are taking sides, sharing their own stories of heartbreak, and debating if forgiveness is ever possible. When betrayal cuts this deep, friendships have been tested, secrets revealed, and the whole love and hip-hop family is left wondering what comes next. Will Kendra find the peace she deserves? Can Jock ever make things right? Or is he destined to repeat the same mistakes? And what about their friends caught in the crossfire? Whose side will they take when the cameras stop rolling? One thing is certain, this story is far from over. As Kendra focuses on healing and finding herself outside of the drama, and Jock faces his mistakes in the harsh light of day, the world is watching. Everyone wants to know, will love get a second chance? Or has the final curtain fallen on this chapter forever? Now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you believe in second chances after heartbreak? Or is there a line that should never be crossed? Whose side are you on, Kendra? Standing strong and independent, or Jock, desperate to prove he can change? Let us know in the comments below. Your voice could be the next twist in this saga. If you were as shocked as we were by tonight's drama, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for even more wild updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single moment from Love and Hip Hop's most unforgettable season. Yet, stay tuned, stay opinionated, and remember, in Atlanta, anything can happen. And the next chapter is always one episode away.